Hello everybody, I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV here in Round Rock, Texas. Today we're going to take a look at the 2021 Lance 2375. This trailer has a rear lounge area, really a nice dry bath, walk around bed, all the features and the quality that you're used to in a Lance. Now this trailer's 28 feet long. The base weight on it's going to be a little over 5,000 pounds, but we're fortunate to have a trailer with almost all the options on it. That brings the weight in at about 5,780. So if you're looking for something with all the bells and whistles, that's the weight you're going to want to be looking at. Now, this trailer should cost you somewhere in the $55,000 to $57,000 range, fully outfitted the way we're going to look at it. And it just has so many great features. Can't wait to show you. Let's start inside. Into a Lance, it just feels like luxury. Now this is the Roadster interior, which is the saddle colored leather. It's got the tufting on the back, just very cushy. A lot of people like it because it's really easy to clean, but there are two other options. Now one of the options is Mystic Shores. It's going to have a softer base to it that is a brown tan color, and then a light cream background with a little bit of pattern. If you wanted something that was maybe in the gray tones, there is Passage, and it's got some leaf patterns on the back. It is a great choice as well. All of the interiors in the Lance just give it a wonderful, luxurious feel. Now, I mentioned that this trailer has a ton of options on it. So before we get started, instead of showing you all the options, I'm going to take a brief moment to show you what is not on here, because that is a very short list. Now, the first thing that we can talk about that is not on here is going to be the microwave convection. Now, the microwave convection actually replaces the oven, and you get a cabinet up top. I'll show you that when we get to the kitchen. The other thing that's not on here is a roof rack. So a lot of people think the roof rack is a little extra. They don't really need the roof rack because they're not going to store things up there. They still have the ladder as the option, and I'll show you that in the back. Everything else that you see is an option. Now, before we get started, if you're looking at the Lances, take a look at this MSRP sheet. This is for this specific trailer. Now, every Lance MSRP sheet you can find at the dealership. The left column is going to give you everything that is standard on the trailer. And this, on the right-hand side, is going to tell you every option that is on this specific trailer. They also give you the weight of this trailer, the length, the tank size is up here, and the MSRP at the bottom. So these MSRP sheets with Lance are really helpful. Be sure to ask for those if you're shopping for a Lance. That way you can tell everything that's included on the trailer. All right, now let's get started on what we have here. This is the J sofa that they call it, a J lounge. Very comfortable. I'm a fan of this just because it is so comfy. It's easy. You can curl up on it. You could seat 3 people here very comfortably. It does have on these 2 seats some footrests that come out from the side. So TV's right in front of me. Super comfortable. Now, the other question that we get to bring these back in, they just kick right back into place, is about whether this turns into a bed. And it does, sort of. This actually swivels out so that you get a jackknife sofa on these first 2 seats. Now, what that does is that gives you something that's 48 inches wide, and the length is about 5.5 foot long because these back cushions down at the end don't come off. Great for a kid, but once you fold this piece down, it's not terrifically flat. So don't expect that. But if you've got a small child or somebody who needs an extra place to lay down, this could totally work for them. In the meantime, it is very comfortable seating for adults. So that's the best part. Now, this is an option. It's going to add about $1,000 to the cost of your trailer. And standard is the theater seating. Theater seating is two nice recliners right here, very comfortable with a flip-up table in between. The other thing that you might note is that if you go for the standard swivel chairs in the back, you do have a bigger window here. It's a bigger picture window because you don't have the back of this sofa to contend with. So if looking out the back is something that's important to you, you might want to look at the chairs to see if that's a good fit for how you would use your trailer. And one more thing before we leave this sofa, if you pull this jackknife halfway up, a lot of people are finding it useful to use the open storage underneath. Now you have to kind of halfway open this to get to it, but a great place to store things that maybe you don't need on a daily basis but want to take with you. You've got a little countertop on both sides for the coffee cup, a little bit of storage on that little cubby on the other end. Great seating area here. Let's move to the storage up above. Now, whether you have the J Lounge or the recliners, you will have storage right up above. I love the glass fronts on them and a lot of open space. This goes all the way to the back and it is fully open. There aren't compartments here, so you can fit a lot of things throughout this top storage. Another thing I'd like to show here in the beginning is some of the quality that Lance puts into their cabinetry. Take a look. Everything is one-piece fronts. It's all CNC cut. It's all trimmed out. Gas props to hold this door open. Just one of the things that Lance does so well in their trailers. This is also a good time to point out across the top, you'll notice whether it's cabinetry or sidewalls, there is no trim pieces along the top. Why? Because everything fits so well. That is one of the ways you can see quality in a build in a trailer. Now these windows are all double paned. You know that Lance talks about their 4-season trailers. Well, dual pane windows is going to be standard in all of them. They have a cool tint on them to try to keep those harsh rays out, but the dual pane just makes it so comfortable in here. They crank out right here in the bottom, so even if it's raining outside, you can open those windows and still get the breeze. The shades coming down, you're going to have a day shade right here that just rolls down, or a blackout shade. Love that. Sconces on the side, each one has a button. You can have one on, one off, whatever works for you. Now as you walk in the door with that J Lounge on the left, you've got the kitchen and the galley on the right. At the top, on the edge of the upper cabinets, is the awning controls. Now this retracts and extends your awning, but it also has an on-off switch. You never want to bump this for any reason, have it go in and out. So there's always an on-off switch next to it that's going to cut the power to the awning. So once you turn that on, it can extend or retract. Below that, you've got interior and exterior lighting. This first one here is going to be just the mood lighting that's above the slide out. A courtesy light always when you walk in the door for the overhead lights, so you can flip on a switch and be able to see right away. This is going to turn on the strip of the awning, and I'll show you that once we get outside, and your patio light, all right here at the front, and of course the slide out room controls. All available right at the end of this cabinet when you walk in the door. Down below, Lance always includes a nice little key rack, very handy for flashlights, keys, whatever you need. A household plug, in case you have something on this counter, and a little cubby right here with a rail to hold things in. This one-piece countertop is so gorgeous. It is a black and white marble style. And of course, with this inset here as a sink cover, it's wonderful because this really and truly doubles as a countertop. Let's pull these off so you can take a look at the sink. It is a granite look, one-piece molded, under-mounted sink, a nice residential style faucet with a pull-down sprayer, single handle, and right behind there is an inset trash can. Now, you may have seen Lance's before. I always talk about this doesn't need to be a trash can. This could be anything you want. Some type of storage, maybe a catch-all. Maybe you could keep your fruit you want to grab during the day. Maybe a little ice and some drinks. Whatever you want to use that for works great. And the trash can comes out easily to dump it. Fit these right back in. And you've got a really nice workspace. Now, storage underneath here. Drawers are always so handy and so useful in a camper because things don't get stacked on top of each other. You can see in the Lances they have the soft close, which is always nice. And above, they call this a Euro style cabinet. Again, a really nice look, but very functional. Opens right up. And you've got two shorter shelves here. The LED light underneath is a really nice touch because it is going to light up this countertop really well. But you've also got another one at the top. So you'll be able to easily see what's in these shelves. Now on this other side, the microwave, of course, is on the top. Now remember I said the microwave convection is an option that isn't on this trailer. If you got the microwave convection oven, it is going to take the place of the standard oven. You can't have both because of the depth of the microwave convection. So you would have a stove on the top and the microwave convection down below, and this would become a cabinet. One of the things I like about the microwave that Lance uses is there is no turntable in it. It is a flat floor, so you don't have to worry about that glass plate rattling around. All right. Very nice. Of course, the stainless steel hood vent with the light and the fan. And if you need more counter space, a glass top on the 3-burner stove. These flat glass tops are the best for additional counter space. You know, at the times that you're using your stove, it easily folds back, flips up, and gets right out of your way here. Very simple to do. But most of the time, you're not using your stove. You may need this just to set things, make a sandwich, whatever. Gives you a lot more space and very easy to clean. 3 nice size burners. A very nice size oven. This is a 22-inch oven, so not the real tiny ones. It may not be as big as the one in your house, but very comfortable to use in a trailer. All right. Now, one more cabinet I didn't show you, which is right under the sink. It's always nice to see more storage. You've got a top and a bottom shelf here underneath the sink. So quite a bit of storage right here. But I'll show you a little bit more you can use for the kitchen in just a minute. The refrigerator is a 6 cubic foot. Great space in here with a separate freezer. Now this is a 2-way refrigerator, so it is going to run on electric, of course, but it's also going to run on propane. It doesn't have a 12-volt option, but you know what? In a trailer this size, you won't miss that. Right here on this sidewall is where the monitor panel is. Now that's going to tell you how full your fresh gray and black tank are and how charged your battery is. It also is going to have the water pump switch and 2 water heater switches because this is a 6-gallon water heater that's gas and electric. All right, underneath your galley lights, because there is lights directly underneath the cabinet. I think I mentioned those. They're going to light up the countertop. And above, there is soffit lighting as well. Great lighting in these Lances to cover everybody's taste. Underneath the oven, you'll find the carbon monoxide and the LP detector. It is a combination right there. The converter right here is going to have the breakers and fusers in it. Very accessible. right here, the intake for your furnace. Now you have a ducted furnace in this unit. It's 25,000 BTU. It is going to keep you nice and toasty, especially with the amazing insulation that you have in a Lance and the dual pane windows. It's going to insulate it beautifully. That's going to be great even in freezing temperatures. Just above the refrigerator is the controller for the solar panels. So not only can you get one solar panel on a Lance, you can get two. And they're 190 watts each, so that is quite a bit of power coming into this trailer, keeping those batteries charged. All of that is controlled right up there, and you'll be able to check on them at any time. Now, if you needed a little more storage in this kitchen, there are two more pantries right here. They both have 3 separate shelves. They are about 2.5 feet deep, and one on the top, one on the bottom. Great storage in this trailer, right? Let's look across from the kitchen at the dinette. The dinette on this trailer is very comfortable for 4 people. You'll notice that it actually has a little bit of a step up on it. Why? Well, because if they brought the floor up higher, the ceiling would have to be higher, and they want this to be a very easy trailer to pull, very aerodynamic with a low center of gravity. That is why you will step up into the dinette here, and really I find it comfortable to just slide right into it. The table is very open. Of course, you can see there's plenty of room for 2 people on each side. Nice window here and windows on the sides, so you get a nice surround view. The sconce has a dimmer switch on it. You know, there are times when you're camping and you just don't need it to be really bright. You might like some light, but just a little bit dimmer. But if you're doing some work on the computer, some business here, right here at the table, you might want it to be turned all the way up. Now this does turn into a bed. It's very simple to do. It's 42 inches wide and 78 inches long. So it is very comfortable for adults. You just push this table down and slide the cushions over to cover it. And this table has a very nice way to go up and down. You just unlock it right here and give it a push. And it slides down. You push it all the way down and of course slide the cushions over. And then when you're done, just push it right back up and clip this right on over to lock it into place. Super easy. Now, one more thing. I really like the height of this dinette because that makes these drawers easier to get to. I don't have to go all the way to the ground to reach anything I put in these drawers, and look at the size of those. Very simple. The rollers are so easy to pull this in and out. You can really see the quality of the build in drawers as well. I always encourage people to take a look at that when you're looking at a trailer. Closes so easily, and you just push the button and it locks into place. Right behind me, the 32-inch television. This television is 12 volt, which means it runs off the battery. You could stop at the ballpark and, wait for the game to start. You don't have to plug in anywhere. You just turn on the TV. It's going to run off your battery. 32-inch space underneath to actually put any of your extra gear if you wanted to plug in a gaming system. You've got all of your controls, the HDMI, the cable hookup, anything you want to connect. Stereo here has Bluetooth. It has all the AM, FM. It does have a DVD, CD player built into it. And below, a little more storage. All right, nice entertainment space. Right around the corner is the control for the air conditioner and the furnace. Now, one of the options you have here in this trailer is going to be 3 different levels of air conditioners. Seems a little excessive, but let me tell you why. You can get the 13.5 air conditioner, which is the most common in the industry, so it is a little cheaper than the other 2. If you wanted more cooling, you can go to the 15,000 BTU air conditioner. It's a high efficiency air conditioner. It is going to cool a little faster in this space. Now, if you wanted to boondock and you wanted to run maybe off a small generator, you could go down to the low profile 10,000 BTU air conditioner. All of them will be controlled by this wall control right here. So it all works the same. It's just a matter of which level of air conditioner you have chosen. Now in this ceiling right here, along with the air conditioner, you've also got a smoke detector. There is a digital antenna that you can adjust to get a little better signal just by turning it. It is not the old style that you crank up and down. You can simply adjust it by turning it to get the signal as strong as possible. There is a skylight to let in a little bit more light, and a 14 by 14 vent you can open for a little more ventilation. Lots of great features right up here on the ceiling. Now let's take a look at the dry bath. Now coming into the front of the trailer, I want to show you that there is a door that just slides across and separates the bathroom and the bedroom from the living area. Very easy, just clips in right here in the wall. And inside the bathroom, it is not a huge space, but I am always impressed in how they design it so you can fit so much in here. If you talk about storage, you've not only got the medicine cabinet storage here above the sink, but storage underneath. Above the toilet, you've got a whole nother corner cabinet and then 2 cubbies below that. Across from the toilet, 2 more full floor-to-ceiling cabinets. Just amazing, the storage in this bathroom. As always, Lance has the porcelain toilet right here, so it's as residential as you can put in an RV, and easy to clean, easy to maintain, and these solid glass shower doors for the corner shower that just simply slide into place, open easily. I love the curved feature of it because it gives you as much room inside the shower as you can. Has a handheld stainless steel shower head, a skylight inside, single handle, 1-piece surround. Just a really nice bathroom for a space this size. Remember, this trailer is only 28 feet long, and I really appreciate that they have spent so much of that space on the living areas. All right, let's take a look in the bedroom. The hallway coming into the bedroom is one of my favorite parts of this trailer because you have a mirror on the outside of the bathroom door, and just across that, it is like having your own, I don't know, top of a dresser or something. You've got great storage underneath, but a countertop here that could be anything from a coffee bar to a just place to put things like you would on a dresser or a nightstand. Drawers right here, 2 drawers, huge open space under there that you can outfit with shelves, baskets, whatever works for you, and a full upper space with 2 shelves. The bedroom space is so comfortable. Now this is a true queen bed. It is 60 by 80. It is an inner spring with a pillow top. Now, most people find that perfectly comfortable, although you can always add a topper if you want a little more cushiness. But the thing that I like to talk about is the way they design the sides of their bed. You've got a hanging cabinet on the top, countertop underneath that of course is lighted so you don't have a black hole where you lose everything you set next to the bed, and a pull-out drawer. It just gives you so much space here. It does have a hanging rod. Now you could put shelves in there if you wanted. Down below, you've got the household plug and then the USBs and the 12-volt plug. But on this side, you've got a few extra things. There is a battery monitor right here, and I really encourage people to get that. It is an option, even if you don't upgrade to lithium batteries or solar. It gives you a good reading on how much battery power you're using and how much you have left in your battery. Not just a simple half full, 3/4 full on the battery. It really gives you numbers. So once you learn to use it, very helpful and really not an easy thing to add after the fact. Up here is another switch because this trailer has the optional inverter. It's 1500 watt inverter, and that will actually use battery power if you're not plugged in anywhere to run all of the household plugs. What will that allow you to do? Well, it won't allow you to run the air conditioner or the microwave, but you could run some small appliances, you could power your computers, small things like that will work really well with a 1500-watt inverter, and that's underneath the bed. So let's take a look at that. Underneath the bed is so much storage, and you saw how easy it was to lift it. I encourage people to use this storage for everyday items because it is so simple to lift it up and put it back down again. These gas props are perfectly positioned to help you with that. Another thing I like to point out is the inside is really nicely finished off. You don't have raw edges, raw wood showing, so feel free to use this for clothes, shoes, anything that you might need to access regularly. It also has that 1500-watt inverter in here, so there's no need to actually get under here and deal with it, but I like for people to know where it's located. The button to turn it on and off is right there on the cabinet where I showed you. All you need to do is lean on this bed just a little. It goes right back down, so it's very simple. Now next to me here, on an arm that you can actually position to wherever it suits you, there's a 28-inch 12-volt television, just like the one up front. Runs on battery power, will work any time of the day or night. Great feature. You'll also notice there's a curtain pulls across that can completely separate this bed area. Now on the wall next to me is the 28-inch TV for the bedroom. This is a 12-volt as well, just like the one up front, so it can run off battery power. You don't have to be plugged in the campsite to make it work. Great plus. Now I can't leave the bedroom area without talking about the windows. You have a great stargazer window in the front. You know, Lance is so aerodynamic with the curves in the front. They have this wonderful acrylic window that unlocks and literally opens up for access to the outside. And yes, it has a screen and a blackout shade. But in the meantime, you can lay in bed, look at the stars. How great is that? Windows on both sides, again, screens and blackout shades. But when you open those windows and you turn on the fantastic fan right above you, which is an option, by the way, then you can create a wonderful breeze in here. It's really lovely. So remember, always think about the fantastic fan as an option to add to your Lance. Now this bedroom does have its own door, the curtain that pulls across to separate the bedroom. Just a great layout. I think I've covered almost everything in here. Let's go outside and look at some of the features out there. The outside look of this Lance is so clean, so modern. This one has the mountain graphics on it. That is an option. Without that, there's just some striping on the side. Still a nice look if you're not fond of the mountains, but it's been very popular. Now, underneath that, I want to talk a little bit about the construction because that's part of what sets Lance apart. They have Azdel underneath this fiberglass exterior on the outside, but they've also got it on the inside. So you've got two layers of Azdel. What's Azdel? Well, it is the composite material that is impervious to water. And that means you don't have to worry about delamination. You don't have to worry about the humidity affecting the walls of your trailer. The sidewalls, the roof, the floor, all laminated, so very strong, and welded aluminum frame. That's a great plus when you're looking at a Lance. So all of these features come together to make it just a really strong structure. Now the roof on the Lances is PVC, and that is like a rubber roof, only much stronger. It's actually what you'll see on a lot of commercial buildings these days. So great feature there. Now let's talk about some of the amenities that are added. Let's start by talking about the steps. This is the standard step that comes on this trailer. Now we're fortunate enough to have the Revolution step, which is an upgraded option. What's the difference? Well, this one actually has feet that adjust all the way down to the ground. You can fold it up really easily lock it into place, but it makes for very sturdy entry into the camper. Both of them work well. This is a great upgrade. Of course, the swing away handles on both sides of these doors. This keypad on the lock will actually lock it and unlock it without the key. Great feature to have, and you can add that on the rear door. Another great feature, the 20-foot awning. Now we're going to show you it going in and out, of course, at the end of the video like we always do. But this 20-foot awning is maybe different than what you've seen on other trailers. There isn't an arm going down the side of the trailer. So when it comes out and covers this nice space without an arm in your way that you're going to hit your head on or have to work around. It has a wind sensor on it, so if that wind kicks up, it's going to automatically roll up. Now it also has an LED light on it, and like most trailers, it's great for lighting up the area outside your trailer, but Lance is a little different. Instead of putting it right here against the trailer, it's actually at the end of the awning. Great feature because that lights up the entire space. Great for entertaining. A few more entertaining features. Let me show you the puck right here. So if you have a bracket and you'd like to add an outside TV, simple to do. You've got the connections here for the 110 outlet and connections right here if you want to do a 12 volt. It's got the USB and the cigarette lighter style plug. Right behind me is the gas port for the outside gas grill. If you'd like to set up your own grill out here and use the propane that's on the trailer, connection, very easy, right there at the end of the awning. Now, I like to point out all of the outdoor entertainment features together, but there's also a lot more to look at here. Let's walk back this way. Now you'll notice there's two outdoor speakers here. There is a patio light right in the center. Now, depending on the position of the switch, it can be yellow or it can be white. Yellow is usually what people want if they don't want to attract very many bugs. But if you need a brighter light for entertainment or loading, you can always switch that, make it a white light. Refrigerator vent right here, and down below the venting for the 25,000 BTU furnace. 15-inch Goodyear tires. I love the two-tone wheels here, and the water heater. It is a Dometic 6-gallon water heater. Right here is going to be the fill for your 45-gallon freshwater tank. The freshwater tank is 45 gallons, gray is 45, and black is 45. Plenty of tank sizes on this trailer. Now you'll notice there is a sticker here that says 4-Season Comfort Technology. What does that mean? Well, that means that it has what Lance calls the all-weather package. That includes, of course, the standard dual-pane windows, but you have heated enclosed tanks underneath. Not only is it an enclosed underbelly to keep it clean, dry, out of the weather, away from the rodents, however, it's fully heated. It is ducted heat from your 25,000 BTU furnace, so it's going to stay nice and toasty in freezing weather. Around the back of the trailer is the fat tube ladder. That is really sturdy, so it's a great feature to add to your trailer as an option to access the roof for maintenance, or maybe if you wanted to store things up here. Now, one of the features I mentioned that is not on this trailer is the roof rack, although that can be added at the dealer pretty easily. You do have the 4-inch bumper for your sewer hose storage, logo on the back, and the backup camera. That is an option, but great to have not only when you're backing up into your space, but if you want to see the traffic behind you when you're traveling down the road. It's wireless. You just have a monitor that you plug in your vehicle. Very simple to work. I really like the strip of lights at the top, the LEDs on the side. Very clean look on the back of this trailer. Down below, another option, that is the utility hitch. Now this holds 130 pounds maximum, but that's plenty if you wanted to put on a bike rack in the back, or maybe a tray to hold a small generator. Great feature to add to your Lance. Now let's move around the side here. Again, a very clean look, and all you'll see right here on the back is the white handle underneath the end of the slide. Now that will drain your 45-gallon freshwater tank. The gray tank will have a gray handle, black tank will have the black handle. Freshwater tank has the white handle, so it's very easy to tell the difference. Inside the slide out is even more storage outside. You open that up, you've got a small compartment here, one right on the other side. All right. Now on this side is where you'll see most of the gear. Your shore power hooks in just in front of the slide on this. Underneath, the satellite connection or the cable TV connection, right here underneath it. And in front of that, the city water fill for having water go directly from the hydrant into your trailer, or the black tank flush when you're actually dumping your black tank and you want to clean it out. Outside shower right here with hot and cold. Let's look down below. Sewer hookup along with the black handle, the gray handle. Easy to discern the black tank and the gray tank. Both are 45 gallons. So that's plenty of tank size. Now right in front, there is an extra little storage compartment right here. And I find this really helpful for a lot of that outside gear that you just maybe don't want inside a compartment. It's lockable, easy to work with. Just in front of that, you can see there's a toy lock. Now, if you're carrying exterior solar panels, or if you are carrying maybe a generator and you want to be sure it doesn't go anywhere, that toy lock just pulls out, locks around whatever piece of gear you want to secure, and you lock it right back where it is. It's a great feature to have on any trailer. Again, it is an option, but something that can be added. All right. Just above, this is the pass-through storage on the front. But Lance this year has changed it. So instead of having a full pass-through, this side is a contained compartment with a one-piece ABS molded base to it. So if you wanted to put something maybe that has gasoline or fumes, like a generator in here, it's very easy to store it, keep it away from everything else. This is vented just for that reason. I really like the fact that it's easy to clean out. So if you had any kind of wet gear and you weren't hauling a generator, it would be great for that too. You'll see a lug wrench right on the side, and then the top corner there, the battery disconnect switch, if you wanted to disconnect the batteries altogether when you're in storage. I like to point out the magnetic catches, so it's very easy to just open the cabinet, have it stay open, and then it has the baggage door slam latch so that you don't have to worry about turning the knobs to lock it into place. Now on both sides of the trailer is the battery compartment. Of course, it is vented as well. And below here, that is going to be the switches because this has the optional electric stabilizer jacks. Now, I'm going to show you the battery on the other side because we're going to talk about the lithium ion that's on this trailer, and there's a little better lighting. Underneath, you can see on this switch, though, that there is the on-off switch on this side with the front and the back jack to extend and retract. On the other side, it will just be the two buttons for the jacks. The on-off is only on the driver's side. Now, around the front, underneath here, this is an ABS rock guard, really strong, but I love the fact that you have these LED front lights. It lights up the front of the trailer so that you can have a nice light when you're working up here, hooking up, unhooking, checking your propane, whatever you need to do. This trailer has the optional Tri-5 propane on the front, which means you have 3 5-gallon, 20-pound propane tanks. You can look right under this ABS cover and see that there's 2 of them hooked up to the regulator. The third one in front is simply a spare. But how many times have you thought, wouldn't it be great to have a spare propane? There it is. Now, this is a feature that you'll see on most trailers that are out there, but it is an option, so be sure to ask for it. Now, the electric tongue jack is an option as well on the Lance, one I highly recommend. I really like this Smart Jack because it actually can have a hitch memory and an auto retract. All of that is programmable with the buttons and the directions are on the side. Simple to do. Be sure to add that if you order a Lance. And in the back, it's got little hooks for your chains to stay and a holder for the plug when you're not connected to your vehicle, so they stay out of the dirt. Great feature. All right, I've got a few more things I want to show you on the other side. Now this side is identical to the other. It has the battery compartment here, and let me show you this lithium-ion battery. You'll notice it doesn't have any compartments on the top to fill it with water because lithium-ion is not a wet cell battery and requires no maintenance. Great feature, but the best part about lithium-ion is that it can hold so much more power than the standard deep cycle marine battery that you might see on a trailer. So, with the solar panels on the top, 2 lithium-ion batteries, you have a lot of battery power here. Now, this compartment just slides right back in, and the door closes underneath the electric stabilizer jack. Plugs just like the other side, only instead of the on-off switch in the middle, it's just the front and the back switch to extend and retract them. In front of it, there is a solar plug. Now, this does have 2 nice size solar panels on the top, but if you wanted to add to that, or if you didn't have that option and you would like to put out some portable solar panels, you could plug them in right here and it's connected to your batteries. This storage compartment here has the optional pull-out storage tray, and look how much space that is. Really wonderful space. What you're seeing here is the manual override for the electric stabilizer jacks in case you lose some battery power. But again, great space in here and a great way to access something that's really pretty far inside a cabinet. And you see how easily it rolls out and just rolls right back in. There you go. It has a little catch to lock it into place. Right up here, you will see the light. It is a touch light to turn on the light inside the storage compartment. And underneath, there's a button for the LED lights I showed you on the front of the trailer. Now that's going to light up the front, so again, at night, if you're hooking or unhooking, you get a good visual of what's going on up there. I love the baggage doors, easy to slam. Let's talk real quickly about the windows. I didn't mention that earlier. These are frameless windows. I love the dark tint, they're dual pane, but frameless windows not only look good, but without that clamping on the outside, they have a tendency to be much stronger and not loosen up, which can cause leaks. So not only do they look nice, but they perform really well on a trailer. Very nice look that Lance has. All right, well, before we wrap it up, let's show you what the awning looks like. As always, thank you for joining us today. I loved showing you this Lance 2375. Such a beautiful trailer. Now, if there's something we didn't cover, be sure to ask a question, comment below. We'll try to answer it for you. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel, and we put a new one out every week. Just click on the bell and we'll notify you every time we put a new one out. Again, I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.